Alright, if you're like me, I'm not perfect at outlining, so I always take a big eraser. You'll find them in the containers at your table. And I just erase any pencil lines that I still see. Just makes my artwork look neater. Now I'm ready to color like a checkerboard, which looks easy, but kids oftentimes get a little bit concerned, flustered, or confused. So I suggest you start with a pencil and you make a code. So if I am going to start by creating a checkerboard with white and purple, I would make the letter P, and any square I'm going to color purple. So as I go across, I'm going to do one row at a time. Purple, that's going to be white. Purple, white. Purple, white, purple, white. So I know that when I see the letter P, I get to color it. As I make my code in my second row, my purples are not going to be in a line. I'm going to do opposites. So where I see a P, it's going to be white. Then the letter P, white. So as I start my third row matches my first row. Purple, white, purple. Blank, purple, blank, purple, blank, purple. So I'm going to continue, and you can start to see my pattern. Now this makes it coloring kind of like a color by number, and I won't make a mistake, hopefully. So make sure you're using nice markers. If they're not working well, put them in that basket on top of the cubbies that says markers that don't work, and use some nice markers. I would like everyone to start with just one color and white. If you finish coloring and you have time, you could add a second color. So that is pretty easy. As long as you do one color to start with, your second color is just going to go in those empty white spots. So I would continue with this purple on all the letter P's. My finished example has yellow and blue. So I did all the yellow first, then blue on the top. So as you are working on outlining with black marker and starting to color your floor, you are going to be called to the back counter to do your splatter paint, and you will also have your picture taken from the back. So at the back counter, you are going to get a small little piece of paper, and you will be working on the covered back counter. So for my demonstration, I'm just going to use a piece of white paper. So I am going to put my name on the back. Mrs. Cleary will probably do that for you. You're going to flip it over. And at the back counter, you will find lots of colors of paint. You want to make sure that you are using the brush that's with the cup of color you want. You can use as many colors of paint as you'd like, or you can use just one color. Totally up to you. So I am splattering onto this yellow, but I'm splattering so I don't get it everywhere. So I take a scoop of color, and instead of flinging the brush back and forth, I angle my brush so it's almost going to drip down, and I tap it with one finger, and I move that brush around. Notice how I've only gotten one scoop of paint, and I was able to splatter all over. Your splatter can be as simple as that. So you would return that brush to that color and bring your project to the drying rack when you're done. If you want to use more than one color, you can. Big scoop of paint, angle that brush down, and just a little tap. I have seen splatter paints with just a couple splatters. I have seen splatter paints where you can't see the yellow anymore. It's up to you how much you want. Big scoop of paint. Notice how close my brush is to that paper. I'm not holding it way up high. It's really close. That will help so your messes don't get everywhere. So just leave those dirty brushes by the color, and when you're finished, you probably will need to wash your hands before you go back and start working.